I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Barricade Windshield mounted light brackets fitting all 2007 and up JKs. Today we're going to talk through the installation of these brackets, which is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench install. These are going to use all of your factory hardware and install in less than a half an hour, but we'll talk more about the install in just a second. We're also going to talk through the construction and a few of the features of these brackets. These are going to be for those of you who are looking to add some auxiliary lighting onto the A-pillar of your Jeep, and you want some brackets that are going to make mounting those lights very, very simple. These are the most basic brackets that are out there, very simple. They'll bolt right onto the windshield frame and hold your lights without any frills. There are some brackets out there that wrap around to the side of the windshield frame, giving you a little bit of a different style. There are some that tie into a 50-inch light bar bracket. There are some that will hold 2 lights. There are others that have a much more intricate mounting design. However, again, these are very simple, which is part of the reason that they're less expensive than some of the other ones on the market. In my opinion, you really don't need anything fancy to hold your light. All you're looking for is a bracket that's going to hold that light securely, and these are going to do that at a lower price than a lot of the other ones out there. These brackets are made of a heavy-duty stainless steel that's covered in a textured black powder coat finish, and they will bolt directly onto that windshield frame, making this install very simple. These do come with some foam padding to put between the bracket and the painted surface of your Jeep, so you don't have any chafing if you were to ever remove these. You're not going to have any scratches or any paint worn off underneath where this bracket was mounted. One of the things I do like about these is the hole that you actually mount the light on is oblong, which gives you some adjustability. If you're mounting a more old school halogen light that is a little bit larger, you can slide that forward. If you're mounting a smaller light pod, you can slide that back a little bit. You just have some adjustability and some variability with where you can mount the lights. Other than that, as I said, very simple. There isn't much to these. So to get these bolted up, again, very simple 1 out of 3 wrench install, about a half an hour of time. All you're going to need is some traditional hand tools. Of course, you will need a Torx bit, either in a screwdriver, a socket, or a drill. But if you've been working on your Jeep for any extended period of time, you probably have a good set of Torx bits handy. All you're going to need to do to get these bolted up is remove the 2 Torx bolts on the front of the windshield hinges. Go ahead and align your foam backing material over your bracket, slide those factory bolts through the bracket, and then tighten them down again. And that's it. Again, very simple, about a half hour time or less. Of course, after you have the bracket installed, you'll have to install your lights and do all of that wiring. But as far as the bracket itself goes, very simple install. These brackets come in at right around $40, which is a little bit less than some of the other ones on the market. As I said, those other brackets may be a little bit more expensive because they have some additional features, a little different design. They're there to hold 2 different lights, whatever it might be. In my opinion, if you're looking for those features, they're probably worth a little bit of extra money. However, if all you want is a simple bracket that's just going to hold your light, I think this is a great choice and it's fairly priced. So if you want to add some auxiliary lighting onto the A-pillar of your Jeep and you want a very simple bracket to hold those lights, I think this is a great option. So that's my review of the Barricade Windshield mounted light bracket fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.